What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Life is Feudal Forest Village. We got our second house built. They actually threw that building up quick. They just said, bleh, and up went the building. It went up so quickly. So when it comes to these houses, how many people? Capacity, I'm sorry, this house right here. So 5 residents inside of here. Happiness is plus 10 and strength is 111. These people with their weird wagon wheels up on top of the roofs. I would like to see doors added to the houses maybe in the future that open and close as they go in. I don't know. It just seems like you would want to watch out for burglars and stuff like that. So that's 10 right there. That's 15 right there. And so we'll need one more house. One more to make this work. My suggestion would be that maybe we replace this one. I think that might be the better choice, but I don't know if I finished my spiel properly. Welcome back to Life is Feudal Forest Village. I hope you enjoy this series. I'm having a pretty solid time playing the game. Like, I find it to be enjoyable. I like little games like this, though. It's kind of a relaxation game. It's not super difficult. It's not something you're going to stress out about, unless you're that girl right there who is apparently just standing in the middle of the snow, like losing her mind. It's just a game that you can play and have a good time with. And yeah, you might lose a couple villagers here and there. Sure, absolutely, it could happen. That was weird. It seemed like they were building the building instead of breaking it down. Now, over here, I may have roads that need to go. It seems possible to me. Oh, I don't? Okay, well then give me another house, sure. Probably want to space those safely apart because placing the gables like that, like over the sides... seems like a plan that might get you into trouble. Let's get that constructing. We've got another house for people. They actually use some raw iron in this construction as well. But this is a great opportunity to use up some of that stone we've been stockpiling for so long. This will keep our villagers a little bit happier. It'll keep them a little bit more spry. It'll put some pep in their step. Although having something concealed inside your foot seems like it would hurt a little bit. Unless it's like Shadowrun, you know what I mean? Where you've got like Cyberfoot and you can just use it to store things. That'd be pretty baller though right there. They're all going to need firewood. So please bring that back over right now. There it is. Okay, they restocked their own firewood exactly how I wanted them to. That leaves us with a little building space over on this side. That gives us 20 altogether, and we actually have 20 civilians altogether. My suggestion would be to wipe this out then, and we're just going to keep going along. We're going to retrofit everything. I was hoping we'd have a little bit more space left on the north side of town, but I don't think it's going to play out that way. Instead, we'll bulldoze this, we'll get another one built, then we'll bulldoze this, and we'll probably put in another residential street where we can get like 4 or 5 more houses so that whatever weird little random support buildings we decide to throw up on the hill, they don't have to go there. So there it is, another building done. I would prefer very much to save space. Wonder if I can fit anything in right there. Who knows? Let's go ahead and drop another building in right there. And then we'll try to decide how much space we have on this side. I will more than likely have to kill off all these roads and this building right here. But that's okay. That'll give us room for a couple more houses and life will be good. Firewood is diminishing for right now. But given the fact that we've got like an entire season to play around with it, I'm not really that worried about it. These people put up a house on the lickety-splickety. No lie. These guys build houses like the Amish. Just bam, 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 bam. My mom has like a obsession with Amish blankets. My mom has so many Amish blankets. Is that offset slightly? Oh, it actually kills the roads when you go through. That's a little upsetting. I mean, I don't totally hate that, but it is what it is what it is, I guess. If I want to bulldoze a road, let's see, a T-section, a cross-section. There we go. Let's go ahead and repartition all this road space. And I'm actually going to need to... Let me get out of there. And all of this road has got to go. So it looks like I may have built things too tightly over here, but I can fix that. And I will more than likely attempt to fix that through the removal of that well right there so that we can still have a road running through here. I'll remove the well And I'll probably put it like at the end of the road or something like that just to make it look a little bit better. That well, I think, was a default well anyways. I don't think I placed that one, so meh, burn the heretic and all that. We don't need no stinking heretic wells. It doesn't look like they've destroyed the road to me, but oh, there it goes. Yeah, perfect. Exactly. Exactly. This guy right here can just go entirely. We don't even need that building anymore. That building does not need to exist. We can eliminate it entirely from our overall locations. I'm a little weirded out by the fact that that's scooted back slightly. And I know that's going to bother me. I'll tear it down and I'll rebuild it just so it looks a little bit nicer. I just don't want the housing to be slightly offset like that. We've got enough. Actually, I could bulldoze it right now. We've got enough housing for 20 people right now. So let me just go ahead and do that now before I forget to do it. And we'll throw 3 workers on that. Builders, go do your thing. Tear that shit down. And while you're at it, destroy that too. Then, while we wait, we will consider... Where were the wells hiding at? I don't recall where the wells were hiding at. They're around here somewhere. I've no doubt we'll find it. It's just that... See, there you go. The well will be... scooted forward by 1. There. Perfect. Plenty of jobs to be accomplished by our already quite large workers' corps. We have 41 tools, so I'll probably pull people off of this job, and also... Not the charcoal, though. I'm going to let the charcoal catch up for a little while. We do, however, need more trees, so I will assign 2 more people to that, and then we'll have them chop down trees for a little bit. The reforestation effort appears to have been quite successful. I've got trees growing out of, like, the middle of my barns and shit like that. It looks like we're being overtaken by ants. So, I will have them... Oh, a baby's been born. Good. I always enjoy... Oh, it's spring. Spring has sprung. Good. Well, let's get rid of them. And this time around, we'll have 2 people back on growing wheat. I just want to have a big grain supply. We're not doing too bad of a job at gathering and maintaining some of the things we have going on, so... While we wait for the foresters to get their job done, which they will. Hunters... They're doing okay. Oh, another person grew up, too. Well, let's put them on foraging, then. We have 1,800 vegetables left, but it never hurts to have a few more. 5 of that right there. It looks like we are just about out of fruit for right now. My hope is that, yes, they will ardently chop down some of these trees over here. Just get after it. Yeah, exactly. All the trees you can kill for right now. Annihilate them. We've got a thunderstorm, but we have nothing up on the peaks of the mountains, so I think we should be okay. I don't think we'll run into any issues there. The next thing we needed to accomplish was the construction of the house that we had recently removed from this side. And so, in order to make that fit... Okay, the door is on the proper side. Much better. That's all finished off. I'm going to segment out this road because we've got nothing else going on. And we might as well set forth work for some of our little guys to do. Our little guys and little gals. What I'll try to do is maybe straighten this back out. Do we even have anybody working down in this mine? Got a couple of people. As soon as this is finished off, which won't be for a bit. Did somebody die in an accident again? Like, damn, son, I've constantly got people dying in clay digging accidents. Like, is it really that dangerous to dig clay? I really had no idea. Although medieval mining practices, I would assume, are not subject to the scrutiny of any type of, like, union body or anything like that, so maybe that's where it all comes from. We've got a lot of deconstruction left to do. We have, well, not plenty of tools. I thought our tools would hold out better than that, but they go through the tools pretty quickly. It may also be worth it then to consider primitive tools. Something to just slightly offset what they have going on. We are also low on clothing. which is a little bit unfortunate. I may have to assign somebody to work on this. Got enough to make 10 more, 11 more suits of clothing, but I'm thinking that next year our harvest is going to have to be flax and flax seeds so that we can keep ourselves. So what's going on with this over here, and how come nobody's working on it? Somebody should definitely be working on this. Meter is filling up, but doesn't look like they've actually sown the fields. Although maybe these are growing at different rates. I don't know, but it looks like they've missed some. Yeah, exactly. What are you guys doing? Get over here and fix that. Why'd you do half the field and then not the rest of it? Yeah, it's concerning. We haven't had anybody else grow up just yet, although we do have somebody at teenage age, so that's solid. Never liked the word teenager. Never liked that word. It's a word that I don't like. And I can't explain to you why I don't like it. I just don't. I just don't find it to be a good word. It's a word I don't like using. It's a word that I don't like used towards me when I was that age. I was like, I dislike this word entirely. So we've survived another extinction event. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm getting things put back to where they were. Game's a little crashy for me right now. A little bit crashy. Nothing outside the ordinary. Basically, I have to reset it every little bit. And if I forget and I don't do it, then the game punishes me for not being faithful. We got most of our construction done down in here. So let me go ahead and I'm going to place this road. Oh, it doesn't like that, does it? It doesn't like that for a minute. Okay, well, can I place it right here then? Ah, it likes that one a little better. So I'll run a road through the center of town because it bothers me to have a town where there's no roads. It just seems to me that if you got footpaths where people are going to be walking all the time, that it would wear away at the earth and you would end up with little natural deer trails except for human beings. So human trails. Over here on this side, human trails. That actually sounds like a combination between humans and entrails. Sounds like something that like Gene Steelers would eat. Human trails. Feed them to me. Blah, 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 blah. We got a couple extra citizens right now sitting around not really doing a whole lot, not really accomplishing great deals of activity. We are chopping down trees and doing the best that we can on this side. I went ahead and I minimized the amount of foresters that I had for a minute. They should still be out here chopping shit down and taking care of business. Stone Quarry is doing fantastically. It's still got giant amounts of yields left, and we are going to need large amounts of stone. I would more than likely, instead, what I'll do is I'll have some of my generic guys help out over here to try and even out some of the wood stores, because at the moment we are a little bit low, and I'd like to see that up above 1,000. We've got a building that's basically full. I don't know which warehouse it is. It looks like we're doing okay. I don't think we have actually anything that's totally and completely full. Our Kilner's doing a pretty good job over there. I've yet to see anybody go down into the mine. Like, I don't know if they actually go down into the mine or that just assigns people to come and, like, do stuff with it. I'm not really sure. I suppose the best way to figure that out would be to sit here and just to watch and wait and see if anybody goes down in there and handles their business. And if indeed they don't, I don't know. My dog is on the beanbag chair right now, so I got a dog recently. For some reason, when he gets on the beanbag chair, he gets super hyper. I haven't been able to figure out why that is. He gets on the beanbag chair and just, like, loses his mind. Like, he'll be sleepy and ready for a nap, and then he'll climb up on the beanbag chair, and he'll just be like, snuffle, snuffle, and he'll start moving around. And then all of a sudden, he goes into hyper mode, no matter what happens. Like, we tried it last night. He was on the beanbag chair for, like, 4.5 hours. Now, let me set the stage here. This is a bulldog. This dog has never been awake for 4.5 hours in his entire life. He sleeps the majority of the day, and yet for some reason with the beanbag chair, it just sets him off and makes him go crazy. I have no idea. It's just something about the beanbag chair. Why have they not broken down? Oh, they're building the well. They're building the well. Okay, give me a couple more people real fast so that we have somebody to come work on this, because I don't want that well to be, or I do want that well to be there. There, the well is done. Now we don't have to worry about our entire city burning down because they have access to well water. Fish-wise, I'm wondering, so it said something in one of the help tips about having to move around your fisherman's lodge every now and again because they will fish out all of the fish. But they said that's if it's in a shallow lake. And so what I may do is I may build them an alternate fishing lodge over here, possibly, where it's outside the ring of influence so that they don't fish this all the way out. It seems like a solid plan, and so I may give that a go. We've built a lot of our homes. We've built a lot of our housing, so that's a very, very nice thing to be aware of. I think we'll probably be able to make a second road over here, and if we can, it'll provide us with some interesting options for what we want to build over here. Now, I would instead taper that. Oh, it won't let me. Why won't it let that taper inwards? Why doesn't it like that right there? Oh, good. We've got another person who's all grown up. All right, well, screw it then. We'll go in like so. We'll put in a road around the edge. And there we go. We've got our road. And so our little block has been concluded. This house is a little bit out of kilter, but given the way that everything else is functioning around here, I'm not really that worried about it. We've got more than enough vegetables to make things happen. It's late summer right now, and they still have not finished the job of growing all that wheat needs to be grown soon. Like, I'm a little bit bummed out that that harvest hasn't been brought in just yet. They might need more help with it. We've got 2 guys doing 2 guys worth of jobs on top of this house right here. Looks like there's not really a whole lot left to do with it aside from give it a couple loving taps with a hammer, and then we should be good to go. Hopefully my farmers can bang out the remainder of the activity that needs to get done over here. Although it looks as though they'll probably get it done. I mean, it's early fall. We are going to see the temperature drop pretty soon. Early fall shares some of the characteristics with late summer, so if they drag that harvest in, I'd be really, really happy because that leaves me in a really fantastic position for next year to get our... Let's see what's going on with this right now. Not a whole lot. Alright, we'll drag that in. I don't think we were able to fit the mill on top of the hill. It did not fit the bill. So instead, we've got to level out some land here. Just got to level out some land, and we don't really have much choice. Maybe we put the mill over here, possibly. I'm thinking is one of the few places we might be able to get this leveled out. Let me jump in my terraforming menu. That's a 34 by 34. How big is the mill? The mill is definitely not a 34 by 34. It's a 20 by 20. So, if we level this off a tad, like so. I don't think that's what I wanted. We've got to raise, there we go, creating a hill. We'll go like so. And we'll make this just a big old long strip. I mean, it's going to take us a pretty good grip of time to get this finished off. But I think it was raise or lower an area that I wanted. Never mind, I got the wrong tool here. See, and that might give us the cut of land right there that we require. I would prefer to make this as large as possible because it looks weird and jank if you don't do it that way. So we'll kind of bring this up like so, I guess. And they're just going to have to get that done. I, unfortunately, am just going to have people get that finished off. Why does that have a question mark on it? No workers are assigned to the building. Okay. So if you ever get that, just unassign and reassign. And it appears as though that'll work perfectly fine. Yeah, that'll get built in just a moment. And then that'll allow us a whole bunch of time for generic people to start knocking on. God, such a terrible designation. What are you? We are generic peoples. The generic peoples of Splatotropolis. Never forget us. I'm like, but you're just so generic. I don't know if I can remember you very well. You're just so generic. There we go. Now we got people ready to go. They're going to wipe out some roads. Going to build us some little things in here. And why are you guys destroying the road? Because apparently I messed that up. There's a bear in the house. There is a bear in the house. This bear has figured out where all the food is at, and he is in the house. That bear is in the house like 1980s hip-hop. Boom, boom, shake, error, and all that. Looks like they've knocked down all the trees over here, so let's go ahead and set this back up to mostly just be replanting. That's gotten our wood supply back up to a satisfactory level. I very much prefer that we've got like 857 in the tank right now. Makes life a tad easier. You know, I don't think we're going to need this. Oh, we can upgrade it, really. You can upgrade this lumber camp? Ooh, I had no idea. Maybe I'll do that soon, too. As soon as we're no longer, like, approaching winter. I will destroy this building right here to save me some space. And while it's winter, I will also destroy the foraging building so that we can rebuild that in a spot that's more suitable. Because I'm not seeing a lot of bushes or anything around anymore. They're probably having to try and walk way the hell over here to get it done. It might be a smart idea to take the herbalist lodge and put this up here where there's a lot of forest and like a lot of bushes and random animals and stuff like that. With this, is anybody still like hunting? It looks like we are. We've got plenty of hides. So maybe consider throwing somebody in right there so that they'll start making us some new clothing, because I think we're probably going to get tattered before too long. It's going to take them a really, really long time to even out this land. And so that might be best left for another time. Although that'd be good though, because that'd give us some time. Once they finish off that ditch right there, that'll allow us the opportunity to kind of take a little break, and that'll also allow us to have a bunch more villagers get born in between here and there. We only have 2 children right now, and population expansion appears to happen along certain currents and eddies of time. What those are, I'm not really too sure. Yeah, you know, I think the production on this is actually slowed down a tad. It might be a smart idea to put another one in over here. So let's make another fisherman's lodge. Sounds good to me, and we'll drop that just right over here. And that'll be perfect. We don't have any builders right now, so... Oh, they probably need builders to flatten... it takes builders to flatten out the land. I didn't know if it was generic people we needed to flatten out the land, or if it was builders. So let's assign everybody to building for right now. This has no resources for production. That's fine. Don't worry about it. No resources for production. That's fine. Don't worry about it. We've still got a kilner, though. Did we get that crop in? Get rid of my farmers, too. Can only have 4 constructors right now. And we will take this and we will make it negative. And on this side, we'll see if maybe we get a better yield. And worst case scenario is what happens is a baby has been born. My dog is throwing things at me, which I didn't expect. He looks all guilty now because he knows. Like, oh no, I ruined a recording. He's going to murder me. Hold on, don't murder me. I have uses. I'm a utilitarian puppy. Let's try some fishermen over here and we'll see how well they do. See if they clean up a little bit better. It does look like they're pulling fish out of the ocean a bit faster. I really sort of felt like maybe that was slowing over on this side. And so now that they're non-overlapping, we'll rotate them in between locations until our fish supply recovers, because it is looking lower than I would like. What's wrong with her? Villager froze to death. Hunter Felix died from hypothermia. Oh, that's a rock right there. Okay. So somebody froze to death. It's a little unfortunate. It can't really be helped because I can't make thick clothing yet. Thick clothing, I think, requires wool, and I don't think we can make a sheep pen. Yeah, we can't make pasture land just yet. We would have to send out expeditions to get that done. Which that might not be a bad idea for what we want to place right here along this flatland. Might be a decent call. I don't know. We'll decide in the next episode. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerdcast for the next episode. Oh, what the hell does that symbol mean? There's no room to store resources. Oh, we're out of storage space? Oh, we need another warehouse. Okay, I thought I had more warehouses, but I guess that I don't. I will see you all in the next episode of Life is Feudal Forest Village. We unfortunately are losing people to hypothermia right now. I'm not able to build warm clothing. That's a bit of a concern. Wish that I could build warm clothing, but nope. I'm a failure at it. Put another warehouse over there, and I will see you all in the upcoming episodes. Bye, everybody.